This is the new Arc Blast from Sencut. A beautiful little 3-inch EDC sent to me by the company, Sencut. Yes, that's right. I'm very, very pleased that they sent this to me. I wasn't expecting it. And I love Wii Civivi Sencut, mostly Civivi Sencut. Don't really have too many Wiis. As a matter of fact, my only Wiis are OEM knives from individual makers. But I am in love with Civivi and Sencut. I like the chances they take and the design work they do. I love the innovation they kind of unroll through those brands and leak upwards. I might be wrong about that. It might be the opposite, but I don't know. I feel like Sencut and Civivi, they do. I feel they do a lot of cool stuff. I am just blabbing. Please excuse me. I'm bloated from Christmas and lethargy and all the rest. But let me walk you through this beautiful little knife. That's a 2.98-inch drop point blade, 9CR 18 MOV, which we know to be a very, very good budget steel. You got the point slightly below center line, so you have a lot of great utility use from that point, and yet you still have a bit of a curve, a bit of a belly here, which, by the way, I've had this knife for about 2 weeks and have used it for everything. It's been in my pocket, usually my back left pocket. This one's pretty easy to manipulate with my left hand, which is not always the case. But this being about a 3-inch blade, it belongs in the back left pocket for me. I love the beautiful hollow grind on this. It's super thin, and that makes it very, very useful for slicing tasks. I'm trying to get you a good angle on how thin this is. But here, maybe the best thing to do is to just show you how it effortlessly glides through paper. Let's see. And you say, Bob, a lot of knives do that with paper, and yes, they do, but this feels special. It glides through the paper like it's not even there. And I haven't really done anything with the edge. You might be able to tell I haven't quite yet gotten around to touching it up. I just kind of it came very sharp. I'm kind of unfamiliar with 9CR, even though I have it on a number of blades, but let's face it, I don't use my knives like a lot of people who use them for work use them, say for instance, but I feel if it's been sent to me by a company to assess, I can't just be superficial me and look at how beautiful it is and how wonderfully it fidgets and how tight the tolerances are and how awesome the anodization is, but also how it actually works. And this being Christmas week, we've gotten so many packages in, and I am the sole wrapper of the family. I wrap an amazing gift. I leave everyone else in the dust, even though if my wife really puts her mind to it and spends the time, she can wrap a gift pretty well. But I am the superior wrapper of the family. This knife is actually a very good knife with certain wrapping papers, the stouter wrapping papers, to put underneath. You know, we all like when we're cutting paper, when we reach that certain point when the scissors come together and they just glide through the paper. Well, this is a knife that is thin enough behind the edge and sharp enough that you can put it under some of the stouter papers and zip it open like that and get a nice straight cut, especially if you follow the line of the roll all the way through. Not all papers are equal. You know, the cheap, thin papers, they'll just break and crack and go running. But the good papers, a knife like this will zip through, and this did indeed. This was also very good with that nice point here, which is, I'm sorry for the dry hands, but just stout enough to do some good work, but definitely acute enough to get in and behind those little nasty rubber bands that a lot of kids' toys are fastened to their packaging with. And then the little, they don't only use the little rubber bands. A lot of girls' toys use the rubber bands, especially around the hair. But then there's also some sort of mechanical connection with something a little more firm, like a zip tie. and that was slipping in. Yeah, see that super thin blade was slipping in back there, but it's so sharp. It did great on packages. So this was a great Christmas opening knife. I haven't named the official Christmas package knife of the year. It will be this and the Auxiliary Manufacturing Pocket Bowie fixed blade knife. These two knives did the most package duty this year. This, by the way, if we're talking about Christmas morning, great pajama knife. Or maybe that's too intimate for you. Maybe you want to scrub that image from your mind. Think tracksuit. Think gym shorts. Think running accoutrement. This is super light. It's like 2.5 ounces and super capable, very ergonomic. I haven't mentioned that. In the hand, it feels great. So this is a really good lightweight. I mean, this is a great summer knife for sure. And we're talking about, this is coming from someone who carries, 7 to 8 ounce knives on the regular. I don't mind weight, but it's nice when the weight is relieved. And I don't like weight in my gym shorts, etc. So this is a great knife for that kind of duty. You go to the gym, you put on something light so that you can move. Well, you clip this in the waistband at, say, 3 o'clock or 9 o'clock, or probably even, I wouldn't put it anywhere else. I'd put it just on the hip for the gym, and you have a very capable, cool little knife at your disposal if need be. And when was the last time you needed a knife at the gym? Probably not in a long time. Not since the last roid-fueled knife fight, perhaps. And if you were in a knife fight with this, holding it in this reverse grip would be great. It's the perfect length for my medium-sized hands. I dare say really large hands could get most of their hand on this one, though pinky will probably be coming over the side. But you people with freakishly large hands deal with that a lot, I bet. So yeah, reverse grip is great. And then if you had to Bacall style it because you were really, I don't know, you grabbed it that way or whatever, it's relatively comfortable in this grip too. Though flippers, especially small flippers, will tend to bite you in the hand. This isn't that kind of knife, but I always like to take it there because why not? You got your usual standard off-the-shelf Civivi clip, which I'm fine with. However, I wish all clips were like this. This is the one on the Sentinel Strike from the same family, just a slightly wealthier cousin here, or slightly, I love this clip. I also just prefer a dark clip, just for, I don't know. I don't need to, you're already advertising, I don't need to be shiny. But it matches the aesthetics of the blade. All right, let me show, okay, I haven't talked about this at all. 2 beautiful slabs of anodized aluminum, and very comfortable. The button lock is nice because it sits slightly proud from some aspects. It's slightly proud from all aspects. It's slightly proud, which I prefer, because you don't have to dig your thumb in there. I used to have the Sencut Watuaga, which I gave to a friend, and now I don't regret giving it to the friend, but I want to get one back in the collection. That one, you really had to dig in with the tip of your thumb to make work. This one, not so much at all. This one is great. So the actuation is very easy. It's got a slightly concave button. There you go, with... is that spiral? I can't tell if that's spiral or concentric. I'm going to call those concentric circles. Yeah, a spiral I think would be much more difficult. But it grips the thumb really well. You don't have to press it in too far to make it go in. And there's no way, no matter what you're doing, no matter how you're holding it, unless you're the biggest Dorcas Malorcas in the world, you're not gonna actuate that. All right, let me show it with a couple of other great knives. All from the Civivi Sencut family. Here, I love this thing so much. That's the Sencut Sentinel Strike. here it is with a great, with a legendary EDC from the same family. This is his older cousin and more sophisticated, been around the block longer. Elementum. This one is my wife. She forgot she had it. She forgot she had it. So this one has, what do you call it? Ebony scales, beautiful with that wood. Both thinly hollow ground. I dare say this one feels thinner. The Arc Blast. Here it is with the very popular knife, the new Praxis Mini. And here it is with the Praxis Maxi, or otherwise known as just the Praxis. Look at that. Nice little extended family portrait. Sencut Bronte, a sort of classic in the Sencut line. Eccentric older uncle, a great uncle maybe. Thinks he's Chinese from the Dao-shaped blade. Actually, he is Chinese. And then, of course, this one that was just recently given to me, and I'm so grateful, by the guy to whom I gave the Watuaga. This is the Sencut Fantera, a fantastic Fantera. I love this knife. Look at how broad this blade is. Like, I frequently lament selling the Manix 2XL. This one pretty much scratches that edge. So there it is. With the Sencut Fantera, let me get these out of the way and just say that I am very, very psyched about this knife. You know me, I don't carry too many 3-inch knives, but this one so nicely fits that, that small space between, like right to the very, very left-hand side of the back left pocket, where this can be up against the seam, and my bandana is right here, and all is good in the world. I only wish that they just sent these out with black clips. We won't care if they don't match. We just don't want to advertise, but we don't want to always have to hide the clip. All right. Sencut Arc Blast. I'm sorry, before I turn off here. Black and black. What is that? G10. So they have G10. They have aluminum and, you know, all the whole silver thing. They have the anodized aluminum and the anodized red with black. So you can get G10. Yeah. So check that out. Pause it and check that out. But I am very, very psyched on this. So thanks for watching.